Hello everybody, welcome back to Jack on a Journey. My name is Jack and today we have got the Tim Cup final and a league game against Napoli. Quite a big episode. As you can see from the league table, we have qualified for the Champions League. We've got our budgets. This doesn't help, hence why the budget's that much. Hence why the transfer revenue is that much. So we're going to have to sell to buy, to say the least. Oh my god. I'm a bit worried. We're in the Champions League though. That is fine. I think our game against Napoli is probably a game in hand, maybe. But we're 4 points clear at the top with a game in hand. So that is fan-dabby-dozy. 7 points clear of Roma now, which is also fantastic. Let's get into it. We're not concentrating on the league now. We're concentrating on the Tim Cup final. Can we retain our cup? Can we retain it? Fingers crossed. We don't play Donnarumma in the cup games. We play Sinani. He's our cup goalkeeper. So, Sinani in goal. Belade, Sek, Louise, Wilson at the back. Neves and Ndidi in the middle. With Valenta, Arana, Pavon and Surma up front. I haven't shown you the games. We've won both of the games. Chivo, we won 3-1. Valenta, Surma and Neves getting the goals. We then beat Salernitana 3-0. Neves, Al Hassan and Guidi getting the goals in that game. Guidi got a goal and 2 assists in this game. Excellent game. Excellent. He was on the right wing as well, so that might be his new position, maybe. So we've got a lot of confidence going in. 3 games on the trot we've won. We've got a lot of confidence going into this. The problem I'm seeing is that Fiorentina have lost their last 5 games. And we've won 4 of our 5 games or something like that. So that suggests to me that Fiorentina are going to shithouse a 1-0 win. But hopefully not. Hopefully we can pick up a victory here. Ruben Neves with a free kick is quite a bad free kick, if I'm honest. But yeah, hopefully we can win today, retain our cup. That's another trophy. The board will be happy with that. And then we're looking good for the league title, hopefully. And we can, claim double, triple, if you will, with the Community Shield, whatever it's called, the Super Copper, whatever it's called. And then it will be a very good season. Semi-final Europa League, league win, cup win. That would be very good, as Surma's just missed a chance. But we have to make sure we do the job. And it's not guaranteed. Just remember that. Demand more for the last 10 minutes of the half. Because we're not playing particularly great at the moment. Which is a little bit worrying. We've got the possession. We just haven't... There we go. We're finally getting some shots on target and some more shots. But we are heading into the half-time break. 0-0 against mid-table Fiorentina. Which is expected. It's cup final. Players are going to be nervous. They've had a lot of bookings. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sending off in this game. I'm looking for you to make a difference. Everyone's happy with that. Because we've played a lot of games, if you saw, we had 4 games in 8 days. So there's a lot of rotation going on. And players are just starting to get below 90 and we're having to play them because everyone else in that position is below 90% as well. So in that sense, it's a little bit worrying. We have got a bit of a gap between this game and the Napoli game. So we can then, have a fully fit squad hopefully for the Napoli game going into the league season. Oh, we can't have a league table because we're in the cup, can't we? Right. Corner here, Pavon whips it in. It gets cleared, but only back to Pavon. Can he get a better ball into the box? He decides to run inside. Ruben Neves, to Ndidi. Both can score long-range bangers, but Ndidi finds Belade on the left wing. Crosses it in, and it somehow got into the back of the net. I don't know who scored it. Was it an own goal or was it Surma? We're celebrating, we're going back, and the ref's checking it. It's Surma, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a goal. We wouldn't be running back to the halfway line if it wasn't a goal. I don't think. There it is. It's the goal. Julius Surma getting his 6th of the season. Obviously, he came in January, so it's not too bad. And he's finally starting to regularly bang in some goals for us, which is excellent. Ruben Neves with a free kick. Hits the bar. We had 5 players there and no one jumped on it. I don't know if they were offside or what. I'm so confused. Right. Let's make some substitutions. Let's take the tired players off, because that would be understandable, to say the least. Sek is absolutely shattered as well. So Caldera. And who's more important, Valenta or Ndidi? Valenta, I feel, is more important. We're going to bring on Antonio Mancini. We would bring on Serra, but I want to give these guys, at least one of the youngsters anyway, a good experience in the cup, winning the cup, being in that lineup that lifts the cup, hopefully. And at the moment, it looks like we are going to do that. 15 minutes to go. We are still 1-0 up. I'm just going to say praise. I'm going to praise them. Oh, I shouldn't have praised them, should I? I praised them at 1-0, and Fiorentina are in, and Sinani has done exceptionally well to make the save there. But it looks like the highlight is not over. Is he going to boot it out? He rolls it to Kadara even, and I don't like this whatsoever. Can we get the ball out, please? Thank you very much. Surma, can he win it? He does. He plays it to Mancini. Plays it out to Belaid. He's got a bit of space, but he gets tackled easily, far too easily. And we are crowding around them, but there are spaces in behind. And the ball's been played in. It's hit the post, or the keeper saved it, but we have managed to get it clear. Pavon now with a free kick, whips it in. Louise is there. It hits the post, I think, again. And there's some action going on which I'm not liking. We're going to go cautious for the last 4 minutes of added on time, just to see if we can seal this victory. There's a late goal. There could be time for a goal here for Fiorentina to get a late equaliser. It's in the keeper's hands. We're going to go to director so we can see us lifting the trophy. Ignore the lagginess. Ignore it. You know all about it now. Just kick it. We'll keep hold of it and then kick it. That should be full time. There it is. We have retained the Tim Cup. Look at the confetti. Look at everyone. Everyone's buzzing to be there. We've retained the Tim Cup. That means more silverware for us. Our reputation is getting higher and higher. I think we've justified the move to Ajax now, hopefully. To you lot, congratulations. That was a good performance out there. And breathe. We go on to the Napoli game, where a win will help us in the league performance and help us get that one step closer to the league title as well. It's good that Surma got the winning goal. That will do his confidence. It does count as a double. Loving it. Super Copper Tim counts as a double. Fantastic. We've got money from that. Milan delighted with Tiger FM. 7-2 odds on. I assume we're odds on. I don't know. Won it. Confirmation. We've won it 2 years on the trot. Paid out some money for it, which is fantastic. We won it. Absolutely fan-dabby dozy. That looks good. That's a bit of a blip, but that looks good. Let's go win the league. I'll see you in a second for the Napoli game. I mean, we can't win the league today, but you know what I mean. Right then, we are back in action with the Napoli game. This is the formation we're going to go with today. We're putting Surma on the right wing. Just thought I'd try it out for the start. Oh, bloody hell, pardon me. Start it out for this game, just to see how it goes. Because of how little transfer budget we've got, we can't even do stuff on the Never Never. So I'm like, we kind of need to play around with some things and see what we can do and see what we can get the best out of players. So I'm going to see what happens with Al Hassan, with Surma on the wing. This is the rest of the team. Donnarumma in goal, Henry, Caldera, Louise and Sindala, with Ndidi and Cousins in the middle, Valenta, Arana, Surma and Al Hassan. I am a bit worried going into the summer that, you know, we're still in 3D. That's not fantastic, because we can't play in 3D. Go out there, relax, play a natural game. Pause. 2D, please. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the summer, just because of how little we've got to spend. Because we are going to the Champions League, so we're going to have to, you know, improve the squads in some respects for the Champions League. But we don't have the money to do that. So I'm thinking, who could we sell to garner some money for? And really, the only person I can think that we could sell is Guida. Guidey even. And I don't think he's going to really bring in that much money. Sindela, maybe, if Man City come in for him again. But other than that, I mean, it might have to be a case where we bin off Donnarumma and get a hefty fee for him and build the squad up from that money. But he's one of the best keepers in the world. You don't want to get rid of him, especially going into a Champions League campaign. I'm not too sure. I'm just not too sure what to do at the moment. We have to see. Like, we had another youth intake. We got, I think our best potential player was a 3.5 star, so it's not particularly great. But we did sign a couple of 3 stars as well, just to bolster out the youth academy. So we haven't really got any youth talent to sell. We got a couple of players on loan that we could probably sell, but once again, they're not going to garner too much of a price. Not enough to like bring in some top quality players anyway. So it's going to be an interesting summer, to say the least. Cousins puts us 1-0 up in this game, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle. A good struggle. I like a good struggle. It might be a case of, we might have to sell the likes of Ndidi or Ruben Neves to get some youngsters in, kind of deal. But I'm not too sure, because I do want to keep the likes of Ndidi and Neves and Caldera because of that experience and whatnot. But we have to wait and see. Right, with 4 points clear, top of the league, we've still got a game in hands. And we've got 3 games left. Inter have got 2 games left, 6 points to play for, and they're 4 points behind. So it could be that tomorrow's episode is only a 1-game episode, possibly, because obviously I want us to see us lift the Serie A title. And at the moment, obviously nothing's guaranteed. At the moment, it looks like we're going to do that, hopefully, in the next game. I wonder if we're at home or away in the next game. I'm not too sure. Hassan's in here and he still can't score one-on-ones. Still can't score one-on-ones. I've got it in the back of my mind about the summer, and it's just a worry. I'm definitely not leaving before anyone says anything. I'm definitely not leaving unless it's a massive, like a PSG or a Man City or someone like that. Maybe we can go there, but realistically, I have a real good feeling with this AC Milan squad. Like we've won cups and leagues with the likes of Maribor, with Ajax. Did we do the double in Ajax? We definitely won both competitions. I don't know if we essentially did the double, but we have come to Italy when AC Milan had a good side, but they were mid-table. They were clearly underperforming, and we've made them into a very, very good team with a few exceptional signings. Like, you'd have to look at the squad. How many players have we brought in the starting 11? Henry, Surma, Arana. 3 players, and that's it. That's 3 of our signings. The rest of the starting 11 were here. I'm going to ignore that Napoli have just scored. The rest of the starting 11, from what I can see, were all here. Like in Didi, he started. He was already here. If we look at the bench, we've brought in Belaid. Sinani was in the under-20s when we came in. Alfie Wilson, Serra. These 2 are youth intake players for Traska and Sek. So there isn't many players that we've brought in, realistically. Sermon's had a very good game out on that right wing without doing anything. So that's interesting, to say the least. Right. Is anyone particularly shattered? Arana's shattered, so bring on Scotta. We've got a lot of bookings going on here. Who's most important? We've made 3 substitutions. I forgot Ndidi came off. So yeah, we've just added what we needed to do. We've brought in some youngsters. We've brought in some first teamers. And we've done what we've had to do in terms of improving the squad, but not changing it massively. Because usually, when I go into a new team, I like to change it completely. And over the last summer, it was just a clear out of everyone like in the under-20s, just players that were never going to make it. Just get the money in, take them off the wage budget. It might not have been a lot of money that they're on, but when you sell like 20 odd players all on the same amount of money, it all adds up. So we can't do that this year because we haven't got enough players. Like I said, we've got players in the under-20s and whatnot that we could probably sell now, players out on loan that are probably not going to make it, but because we haven't got 20 of those players, it's not really going to make a dent in terms of adding transfer budget and whatnot, as Cousins is getting himself sent off. Absolute monghead. Scotter, just drop back into there, mate. You can do the job. But yeah, there's still time for a goal here, and it's all Napoli after we've had a man sent off, which is not what I'm liking to see, because a loss going into the latter parts of the season could be devastating for form. Don't score. Lobato out on this wing. Can we get the ball back? It's a poor ball. We can't get the ball back. We're scrambling around here. So are they. They're kind of panicking a little bit. Both teams are panicking. There's still time for a goal. It's going to be a late goal. And Donnarumma saves it. It was right down the middle. He probably could have caught it, but he saves it. This is just an ultra-long highlight. I think it might be. Hopefully they don't score from this corner. Are they wasting time? Like, I'm happy with a draw away from home. I'm not going to lie. We've headed it clear. Just get it out. 3 players around him. We've managed to tackle him, but we still haven't got the ball. Come on, boys. We're playing them all the way back to the halfway line. That's good. Back into their own half. Go again. I don't think there's going to be time. We've done exceptionally well here to hold on with them constantly keeping the ball and getting them further and further away from our goal. I think that should be that calm, ref. Unless he adds more time because... No, he's not. I was going to say unless he adds more time because of the red card. We've picked up a 1-1 draw, which isn't the end of the world. Let's be honest. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say to the players that you played shit. But at the end of the day, that isn't the end of the world. And we go again. Like I said, next episode is going to be a triple header once again. The last 3 games of the season. And we will be playing up until we either win the league or we can't win the league. Mathematically can't win the league. Hopefully it's the win the league bit. But you never know. This is the competition going into the last 3 games. So who have we got? We've got Cagliari, Fiorentina and Palermo last game of the season. So 9th, 15th, and we've just beat them, and 14th, who beat us earlier on in the season, so that's a bit of a worry. Who have Inter got? Their last 2 games. The main thing is we've got a game in hand, so that's excellent. Genoa and Sampdoria. Sampdoria's a toughie going into the last game of the season, and we will finish second. Roma can't catch us, so guaranteed second. So that's good. But obviously we don't want to slip up and let our arch rivals go into the top spot. It's in our hands, which is what I want. Hopefully everyone plays the last game of the season, unlike last year. Right, if you did like that, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you're new or you haven't done so already. And come back tomorrow. I assume it's tomorrow. Once again, I don't know when these are going to get released because I'm so far in advance. Come back in the next episode where we will have our last 3 games and hopefully pick up the 3rd trophy of the season. Thank you very much for watching.